Hey Virgo, what's going on everybody? It's Sam from CancerMoonsTarot, and we're coming at you guys with your May 2022 tarot reading. How are you? I hope you guys are well. Without further ado, let's see what we got going on. Starting out here for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout May 2022. What messages do we got here for Virgo? We do have here the Confront card coming out, so there could be something potentially that you need to confront moving into this month. And we also have here the Solar Plexus Chakra. Okay, so typically when I see these types of cards come out, it does talk about like affected areas of your life within the month. So an area of your life, or an area more so of yourself, that could be getting affected would be your solar plexus. Now, for those of you that are unaware of chakras or the solar plexus in general, this is kind of like the chakra that governs your confidence. It governs how you present yourself to the world, what you're confident in, your type of energy towards pursuing things. So I do feel like coming into the month here of May, your solar plexus could be getting impacted potentially in a negative way, in which you need to confront that. This is about confronting personal issues of why you've held yourself back. This could be about confronting insecurities that you have within yourself as well, or overall confronting why you don't go for something, even if you have a desire to do something, okay? So I do feel like you'll be confronting issues and insecurities within yourself of why you've been holding yourself back from certain situations in your life. Let's go ahead and take a look here into the past for you, Virgo. What do we have here for the past regarding Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We have here the Four of Swords, we have here the Two of Swords, and we have here the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, I do feel like your past is kind of representing this submissive type of energy as well. This energy of not really going for something, instead holding yourself back, because the Four of Swords is about taking a rest, taking a break. So instead of going towards something, you pull yourself back here. Two of Swords, I do feel, is the card of indecision as well. So this could be that you felt very indecisive in your past. Maybe you felt indecisive about pursuing goals. Maybe you felt indecisive about telling people how you feel, or genuinely about how you feel in reference to yourself. You know, your self-perception may have been very indecisive too. There could have been times where you felt good about yourself, and then also on the other side, you might have felt bad about yourself too. And with the Seven of Pentacles showing up here, even though Seven of Pentacles is a card of patience, I feel like the Seven of Pentacles is almost like delaying. It's like saying, I'll do it tomorrow, and then tomorrow comes and you push it off to the next day. I feel like that's been the energy that some of you guys were going through in your past as well. So as far as what I'm picking up on, I feel like there's been a lot of delays that a lot of you Virgos have gone through, and those delays have been personally you holding yourself back from achieving what it is you've wanted. I do feel like you've pushed some things off here, okay? Let's go ahead and look at the current energies. What are going to be the current energies here for Virgo throughout May 2022? And what do we have? We have here the Ace of Cups. Okay, moving forward from that, we also have here the Two of Wands, and then we have here the Nine of Cups. So you do still seem to find yourself in a pretty indecisive energy, especially when it comes towards what it is you love. So if this is about going after what you love, if this is about pursuing a dream, pursuing a goal, or even if this is about self-love for a few of you, there is indecision here with the Two of Wands. You know, part of you wants to commit, another part of you doesn't. And I think that with the Nine of Wands showing up here, you know that if you would commit to what you want, you'd be incredibly happy, especially if it turned out being successful. But there's that energy here of always being stuck before you really get to do it. So it's like before you actually get to do something, you hold yourself back before doing it. Okay, let's go ahead and have a look here at the challenge for you guys this month. What is going to be the challenge here for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout May 2022? We have here the Tower, we got here the Page of Pentacles, and we got here the Hierophant. The Tower card here is one of those cards that's representing a realization. So what you're realizing that the challenge is in your life is genuinely committing to what you want. It's about stepping up to the plate. It's about stepping up to the game here in getting what you want here. So that seems to be the struggle. That seems to be the challenge. It's actually committing to what it is you want. So Virgo, as far as what I'm picking up on for May 2022, what needs to be confronted here is your solar plexus. It's about the way you approach things. It's about your confidence in yourself and your confidence about being successful and getting what you want. It's almost that energy where it's like you'll dip your feet in the water, but you won't go for a full swim, because once you dip your feet in the water, you're scared you'll drown. You know, you're scared that something bad will happen, or you're scared that you're not going to make it. So I think that what needs to be confronted here the most is about your confidence towards what you want and the belief that you need to have within yourself, because it does feel like there's not much belief that you have within you in order to be successful. And if there is any sort of insecurities that some of you guys have been battling, I think that those need to be confronted here as well in May 2022. So as far as the challenge does seem to be committing to what you want, because there's that fear that you're not going to be successful in having it. All right, let's see what you're going to be dealing with here throughout May 2022. What are my Virgos going to be dealing with, please? Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout May 2022. And what do we have? We have here the Page of Swords, we got here the Four of Wands, and then we got here the Eight of Cups followed up with the Empress. So Page of Swords here to the Four of Wands. This is dealing with like a taste or a glimpse of what you want. Four of Wands could be the card of success for sure. It's the card of success, the card of stability, the card of being in tune with the lifestyle you want to live. So I think that you often fantasize about it with the Page of Swords. You often think about the future that you want, the future that you desire. You know, there is a strong will to have what you want, but I just don't feel like you follow through with it. You know, with the Eight of Cups over here, it's like you walk away before it's time to actually get started. And then we also do have here the Empress card coming out as well. The Empress card here is about growth. So before you can have any sort of growth in the situations that you're working towards, it's like you quit before you're ahead. You quit before you have the chance to really get started and to really see some sort of success. So the root of the issue here in May 2022 is about being confident enough in yourself to pursue what you want and about believing in yourself enough to have what you want. I will tell you wholeheartedly, Virgo, anybody in this world can have anything that they want. If you want to become somebody, you can become that person. If you want to have a lifestyle, you can manifest that lifestyle. I truly believe that every possibility is possible. That's why I find it funny when people mention that something is impossible, because literally the word impossible spells out I'm possible. So there is no such thing as an impossibility when everything is probable and possible in this entire universe. So I definitely believe in you 110%. I will always believe in you. But the goal here is for you to believe in yourself. And if you haven't been feeling that way, this is about your solar plexus chakra. That's what's being affected here. I would say that probably something really great you could do in this month is go on YouTube, type in solar plexus chakra meditation or solar plexus chakra frequency, and you can listen to some of those binaural beats. Those will be really beneficial to you. I know that whenever I feel like I need a chakra tune-up, I tend to go on YouTube and just check out the free frequencies that they provide, because those can be pretty beneficial to helping you boost your confidence. So for any of you that want to give that a try, I definitely recommend it. I would definitely recommend Reiki as well, but I know that not everybody wants to go out and spend money on Reiki practitioners, because trust me, they can be incredibly expensive, okay? But there even is free Reiki videos as well on YouTube to help attune your chakras. So if anybody needs any tuning on a certain type of chakra, check out free Reiki healers on YouTube. I'm sure there are some free videos you can watch there as well. So just throwing that out there, that could be pretty beneficial for you guys in this month too. So the big challenge here is about overcoming that first step. It's about, if I want something to happen in my life, I have to actually go for it, and I have to believe in myself to have longevity. You see, you can impulsively go for something, but then stop yourself before you get ahead due to the lack of belief in yourself. If you are able to believe in yourself this month, Virgo, anything is possible. Because the moment a person believes that they will succeed in what it is they're doing, they will succeed. Because the belief creates the longevity. And if you have a long-term belief that you're going to do something, you're going to stick to it, which means you're not going to quit. And you won't quit until you see the result. So I think it's going to be really, really awesome for you to kind of confront why you hold yourself back. You know, get to the root of it. Get to the root and the reasoning of why you don't feel like you go through with things, or why you feel like you don't commit to things. You know, if those of you are struggling and committing to relationships, ask yourself why you don't commit to relationships. Was there an instance in your past where somebody committed to you and unfortunately broke that commitment? And did that trigger you to feel like commitments aren't a real thing or aren't a possibility because everybody breaks them? Are you trying to commit right now to a kind of career or lifestyle? And what makes you feel that you can't? What makes you feel that you have to hold back from that? You know, so it's really time to analyze yourself in May 2022 to get to the root of why you find it difficult to commit to the things that you want. So when you confront those types of issues, you'll be able to find the fix. And when you find the fix here in May, you can finally get started to get what you want, okay? Let's go ahead and have a look and see where things are going. Where are things going to be going here for Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout May 2022. We have here the King of Wands. We got here the Ten of Wands. We got here the Seven of Wands. And then we have here the Page of Wands. That's a lot of wands, okay? So, King of Wands here to the Ten of Wands. Based upon where things are going, I do feel like there is this part of you that is like, I have so much weight that I'm carrying on my shoulders. And I think you're starting to realize that. You know, you carry a lot of weight on your shoulders. Maybe that's why it's so difficult to get so far, because you feel like there's so much holding you back. You know, it's like, how could I start something if I already have 1,000 thoughts telling me I'm not going to complete it? How would I start something if I already have the feeling that I'm going to fail? You know, all this pressure that you've kind of put on yourself is a big, big blocker in you continuing to move forward. You know, it's very hard mentally to complete a task if you don't have the willpower to do it. And even if you do have the willpower, it's very hard to complete a task if you don't believe that you can get it done, or that if you're constantly judging yourself in the way that you do it, you know? So I do feel like this is a lot, or has a lot, excuse me, to do with the way that you judge yourself. The ability to believe in yourself, which I feel like there is a lack of self-belief here. I think this also has a lot to do with as well, Virgo, feeling like I can't commit to something because the last time you tried to commit to something, maybe it just didn't work out. So this could deal with something that happened to you in your past, and that could have stuck with you till today. All right, so based upon where things are going, you just feel like you have way too much weight on your shoulders. And with the 7 of Wands here to the Page of Wands, you want to be willing to be able to drop that weight and just enjoy what you want in this life, but it feels too difficult to do so. So it does feel to me that nothing seems to really be changing here in your month. You still kind of turn out feeling the exact same way. But that's the great thing about tarot readings, by the way, because tarot readings are just reading exactly the current path you're on. You know, essentially what this reading is for you, Virgo, is I'm reading where you're at, I'm reading the path you're currently on, but the great thing is that you're the person that changes your path. You're the person that has the free will to change anything that you don't like, whether it's about this month or anything in your life in general. So, Virgo, considering that I'm sure most of you aren't going to like this for your month here, this is where the power comes in of free will. You have the power here to change everything that you're seeing that you may not personally like. So what my best advice, what my best guidance would be for those of you dealing with this energy in May 2022 would be to focus on healing your solar plexus. This is about focusing on healing your confidence. If something dimmed your confidence in the past, take a look at why it did that to you and really start doing small things each and every single day to start building your confidence level back up. You know, there's been many times in my life where I felt unconfident in what I was doing, and what I did to overcome that was I tried to achieve small tasks on a daily basis. Even if it wasn't something major, doing something very small can still help build your confidence because it helps you move back up to bigger and better things that will create more confidence. So if I felt like I wasn't confident in doing something, I would do a small task, I would complete that task, and then immediately I would start to feel better. I was like, okay, well, if I got this done, then I can get this done. You know, the more that you do those tiny little tasks, the more and more that your confidence builds and grows. So I would really focus here on rebuilding your confidence, but I would also go back to the root of when you first started feeling the way you do. For those of you that feel insecure about something, for those of you that don't feel confident enough, for those of you that feel like you don't have the ability to believe in yourself, for those of you that feel that you cannot commit to something, go back to the root of why you feel that way. And when you figure it all out, it may actually not make as much sense to you now as it did in the past. You may actually realize that things have changed. So going back to the root of why you feel a certain way may not still actually be a valid feeling for you to feel today. So just throwing that out there. Some of you guys may notice a change of heart when you go back to the root. Either way though, going back to the root of why you feel some type of way is going to make you realize the path that you need to take to break that root, to break that type of feeling, okay? So I would definitely say focus on getting your confidence level back up, focus on completing tasks. You know, if you set out to do something, finish it. Finish what you've started, Virgo, will be very beneficial here for you jumping into May 2022. Overall though here, guys, it's definitely not like a horrible reading. It's not the worst reading I've ever seen before. You know, this is something that is a situation that makes you feel stuck in life. It's like, I want to progress, but I feel like I just can't because I don't believe in myself. I think a lot of people get stuck at this point in their life sometimes, and the way to pull yourself out of it is to pull yourself out of these old behavioral patterns and these old negative beliefs. You know, if you don't believe that you can actually succeed, you know, you're always going to hold yourself back because that's the belief you hold yourself to. But if you change the story and say, you know what, I am a person that can succeed when I really put my mind to something, and you change up that story and you start believing that story instead, you will be amazed at what you start doing now, at what tasks you start completing, at what things you start manifesting and attracting into your life. So this is really all about having to rewrite your perception and perspective about who you are and about what you can do. And once you rewrite that script, guys, and make it the script you want it to be, you're going to start to see a lot of movement in your life for sure. So Virgos, I would say rewrite your story here. Now, for those of you that are confused on what I mean by rewriting your story, essentially your life is determined upon the stories you tell yourself. You know, if you tell yourself that you're a person who lacks confidence in dating and never really has much of an approach or doesn't really know how to approach the opposite sex, you know, you'll always be hesitant to speak to people that you're interested in. You'd always be hesitant to go out on dates with people. You'd always be scared to tell people how you feel because that's the story you tell yourself. So if you changed up that story and said, you know what, I'm very confident talking to people that I'm romantically invested in, I'm very confident in approaching people that I'm interested in, you would start to notice that that's the person you're becoming because you write your own story. Okay? All right, Virgo, let's jump to the overall outcome here for your month. What's going to be the overall outcome here for Team Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout May 2022. And what do we have? We have here the Hermit. Yeah, you're going to basically feel, you know, stuck and alone in this energy, you know, the more that you continue to not change up exactly how you're feeling and the more that you choose to not confront what's causing you to feel this way. So Virgos, you know, if you stay on this current path and you do nothing about it, you're going to stay exactly where you are. But that's why it's so important for me to mention the fact that you have free will. And it's so important for me to mention the fact that you are the author of your own story. Because guess what? If this is a story that you hate, rewrite it. Make it the story you want. And then you'll start living the life you want. Okay? Really start focusing on working up better beliefs that serve you. You know, if you believe that you're not confident enough to make a dream come true, start believing you are confident enough to make a dream come true and start taking action on that dream and you'll see it unfold for you. Okay? You're the author, guys. Write yourselves a lovely and fantastic story. All right, Virgo? All right, baby. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's super duper appreciated. If you're new here, definitely consider subscribing. If this message resonates with you, awesome. If not, no worries. Feel free to check out future videos on the channel or any other awesome tarot readers here on YouTube, okay? All right, Virgo, enjoy May. Be well, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Much love, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.